Do you ever find yourself saying yes to requests, invitations, or many other questions that you're asked out of fear that you don't want to offend the person or upset them, so you tell them yes when in reality you felt like saying no? Or when an amazing opportunity arises, say to meet new people or a work opportunity, your default answer becomes no because, again, you're also scared of what might come. You're scared of moving into the unknown. Well, hopefully what I speak about in this video will sort of help you understand why you have these default answers as yes and no, and how to sort of overcome the mental barrier that's within you that makes you default to these undesirable responses that you truly don't want to give, but you do anyway. So I've been there 1,000 times before, especially when I was studying abroad in Amsterdam on my exchange year. I was often invited out to places and stupidly I said no. I turned down these like initial invitations to go somewhere because, I don't know, I guess it just subconsciously made me feel uncomfortable, or I was scared, or I just felt awkward or something, so I just turned down the invitation. And then it was a shame because all of these opportunities to meet so many people and build connections were just wasted and thrown away because I was too scared to say yes and take myself out of my comfort zone and go and meet new people. But then I've done the polar opposite. I've been asked to go places, meet people, to do things with people, to do things for people. And at the time, again, because I just had this people-pleasing instinct within me, I said yes when I didn't want to, and I always regretted saying it because I knew deep down that I didn't want to do it, but I just kind of pushed it to the back of my mind and swept it under the rug and just did it anyway, and then just put myself into a situation that I didn't want to be in. And it's a shame because so many people feel like they're obliged to do certain things for certain people, and when they say yes to these things, they almost feel like a sense of maybe guilt almost. They lose respect for themselves almost because they're doing something for someone that they don't want to do, but they won't admit to that other person that they don't want to do it out of fear of what they might think or how they might perceive it, or just out of fear of not letting people down but just saying no. This isn't just with social situations, it also happens a lot in work. You could be given an amazing work opportunity to go away for a weekend and do this job that you've never done before, and some people might turn that down simply because it's out of their comfort zone. They've never done it before, they don't know how to get to this place and this place and this place, so they just create such a panic scenario. Oh no, my dog's chasing someone. I can't remember where I was at. Essentially what I'm trying to say is, while you should say no to protect your mental peace and to protect, you know, what you really want to do and who you want to be around, you should always just jump on every opportunity you get to improve yourself or experience life, because if you say no, then that opportunity is gone, it's wasted, and everyone knows that time is the most valuable thing we have. If you say no to things that really could benefit you, you're likely never gonna get that exact same opportunity again, and it would just be such a shame to waste it. I think that's really what sets apart people that achieve their dreams and people that don't. People that do achieve their dreams are usually very hungry for what they want. They know exactly what they want, they know exactly how they get there, and they will do anything to get to their objective, right? They will work relentlessly, they will make a lot of sacrifices, they will just take every opportunity that they can to develop themselves. Whereas people that don't, they sort of have a fixed mindset. They see outside growth as a threat, and they don't really enjoy stepping out of their comfort zone. I mean, no one enjoys stepping out of their comfort zone, but some people really understand the necessity and importance of it, whereas others don't seem to take it on board, which is such a shame, because the only way that you're ever going to grow and develop yourself and achieve what you want out of life is by stepping out of the comfort zone, saying yes to the opportunity that you wanted but you were too scared to take, and say no to those people that have invited you to that place that you don't want to go to. Because, well, yeah, you have to reject certain things that don't positively impact your mental peace. You should always just say yes to anything that comes up, because as soon as you say no, it's done. You know, you could get asked to work an amazing job, and because you're not too sure about what you're doing that weekend, or you haven't checked with this person or this person, you say no, and then by the time you change your mind, the opportunity's gone. Whereas in situations like that, if you just say yes by default, if it comes to it and you really don't want to go, say no closer to the time. Obviously, don't leave these people last minute and cancel on them and, you know, be a pain in the ass, but give them some advance and some rejiggle time if it's for work especially. What I'm trying to say is I see too many people saying yes. Too many yes men in the world. They will say no to fantastic opportunities that could really change their life, push them to levels that they didn't even know existed within themselves. They're just too happy to say yes to people that maybe treat them badly or don't respect them or do bad things to other people. They will happily say yes to all of these things that don't serve them, but as soon as something comes along that could really change their life, they say no. And again, this kind of stems back to people pleasing, because they're yes men, they say yes to everybody. You know, they're scared of what they might think, or they're scared of having a negative reaction, or just, you know, they're scared. They have fear within themselves. If you want to stop saying no to amazing opportunities and you want to stop saying yes to people that don't treat you very well, that don't treat others well, then you need to figure out what it is within you that's ruining your self-respect and your confidence, that puts you in a situation where you can't speak your mind, you can't stand on a hill and die on it. You sort of put a mask on and do what you think everyone else thinks you should do, which is just never the way to go. And to be honest, I think this is like a natural instinct sometimes. You say yes and you people please because humans were tribal animals, and if you think to our ancestors thousands of years ago, or any living being that lives in a tribe, if they are ostracized from the tribe, if you will, they're fucked. Like, they're fucked. What are they going to do to survive? They're going to die. There's like a innate feeling in us that almost doesn't want to displease people, that is very agreeable to others, because we're just terrified of being isolated from the tribe that we find ourselves with. While I'm not going to stand here and say that it's okay, it's not a good trait to have, but I can see and I can understand why people are like that. But I'm going to be honest with you, if you really want to live a happy and fulfilling life, you want to achieve your dreams, you want to have success with whatever you're passionate about and whatever you love, and you just want to have a fulfilling life, the only way you're going to do that is by saying no to people. If you just say yes to everybody and you're a yes man, you're not going to have respect from people that you really do want it from, because they're not going to respect you. These people that you're saying yes to, they know that you don't want to say yes, and they also don't respect you. So even though you're trying to please them, it's just a constant lose situation. People think that they're benefiting themselves by saying yes. They're disrupting the peace within themselves, and they're also creating a huge elephant in the room. Both parties lose respect for the person that is people pleasing. So you just don't win. You really bring yourself down when you give people answers to questions that aren't honest and true to yourself. I just don't recommend doing it. Honestly, you're just wasting your life and wasting your mental peace. So moving on with what I was talking about, fear and a lack of confidence and respect for yourself, right? You might have an amazing work opportunity that comes along and you're scared, you're full of fear, you don't have the confidence to believe that you can do this, and you also don't respect yourself enough to believe that you can do this. And again, that's a problem. The thing is, these kinds of thought patterns and beliefs within yourself, they're usually quite subconscious. You're not going to be thinking to yourself, oh my god, I'm terrified, I can't do this, I can't do this. Necessarily, it's just going to be more subtle self-limiting beliefs within yourself that convinces your own brain that you're not capable of achieving something. And again, that comes down to a lack of confidence, a lack of self-respect, and almost a lack of drive. It's almost like if you're really turning down these amazing opportunities, you really don't want what you're chasing bad enough. It almost demonstrates complacence within you and your life. What's talked about on the internet quite frequently is entrepreneurs versus wantrepreneurs, right? So wantrepreneurs, they just have these ideas, they journal their ideas, they make notes, they make drafts of things, but they don't actually take actionable steps. They don't actually create products and make money. They just wantrepreneur, do you know what I mean? They just think about doing it, they talk about doing it. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And again, that probably comes from a sense of a lack of self-confidence and self-respect and everything we've just spoken about, but it also probably just stems to the fact that they don't want what they're publicly, usually with those kinds of people, seeking bad enough and they're complacent with their current life, they don't have the drive to move to this next stage that they could easily be at. They just limit themselves. The world of business has cutthroat competition. If you are someone that is complacent and you don't have this hunger within you and you're competing or going against somebody that just has that burning through them, you're never going to outpace them. You're going to get annihilated. That's not what you want as someone that's trying to make something for themselves in this extravagant life that we have. I think everything that I've spoken about in this video just boils down to building your confidence and respect within yourself and just learning to stand on your own 2 feet. Don't be afraid to speak what's in your mind. Don't be afraid to let other people know how you feel. If you know that they're probably not going to be overly happy with the answer, it doesn't fucking matter. As long as you're happy with what you're saying and how you feel, then it doesn't matter. You're never going to please everybody in this life, and the more you try, the less pleased with yourself you're going to be, which ultimately is going to destroy your confidence. So here's the thing, these actions that you do, they wear away your confidence, and the more times that you say yes to people that you don't want to say yes to, and the more times that you say no to opportunities that you don't want to say no to, you wear away your confidence, you break down your self-respect. So the only thing logically to build these back up right is to start saying no to people and start saying yes and seeking more fantastic opportunities, because you can build yourself up just as easily as you can wear yourself down. And I feel like a lot of people forget that. To build your self-confidence and self-respect, there's loads of other things you could do, you know, regular exercise, engage in hobbies, do things for people, be kind, be a good person, help your parents, help your grandparents, help people in general. There's so many things that you could do to build your confidence, but I genuinely think the deepest, most efficient thing that you can do to really feel happy with yourself is to just be you. You know, just don't wear a mask. Show up to everybody, every situation as authentically as you can. And if someone asks you to do something and you don't want to do it, just say no. Obviously, if an elderly person asks you to mow their lawn and you can't really be fucked to do it, you fucking say yes because it's the good thing to do. Like, I don't mean every situation, and I'm hoping you kind of know that, right? If the scenario is genuinely for the greater good and you just can't be bothered to do it, still do it. I'm just talking about the situations where you betray yourself and what you really want by giving these answers. I hope I haven't been waffling. If you've gotten any value out of this video, any wisdom, you feel like what I'm saying resonates with you, please like, comment and subscribe. And I'm building an online school. It's an online business, entrepreneurship and just overall development school for creative people, but for the minute we're just specializing in the music industry. It's completely free for the next couple of weeks. I'll probably make it paid from maybe like the first week of October or something, working as hard as I can to get some amazing programs out, to get some awesome workshops together, some guest seminars and just so much more. It's coming once everything's up and running. You will see the vision and I really hope that you get immense value out of it. Completely free for the next few weeks. That's completely free lifetime access. You're never going to be charged for anything unless you buy like an add-on or something like that in the future. So it's definitely worth checking out. I hope you enjoyed. My name's Gwethan. You've been amazing and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. A little blooper for the end. What's on, Cookie? What's on, mate? Hey, baby. Hello. Beauty.